Listen only mode.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to your very first coaching call. This is Irina.
Justin.
We're really excited to have you all here. Really glad you could make it and clear out your schedule. If you can please type in the question box, we'd love to know if you can hear us okay. I know that sometimes technology can be playing up a bit. So we just want to make sure that everyone is hearing us okay. So if you can just post anything, hello, or anything at all in the question box. So if you're new to GoToWebinar, you should have control panel on the right hand side with chat box and questions. So if you can just type in everything, anything at all. Okay. Yes, I'm hearing you loud and clear. Hello, Mihai, by the way. Great to hear that. Adela, why can't we see you? Well, because we don't have our camera turned on. It's just
Can
a
you see the
screen.
screen?
You need to see the screen for what we're going to share with you today. Okay, great to know that technology is working. We got that out of the way. And I really want to acknowledge you guys for being here and also for registering for our coaching program. This is our very first interaction together officially. And we really look forward to helping you become the go to experts in your area. And as I've talked to someone today, it reminded me of this great quote like, you don't have to be great in order to start, but you have to start to be great. So that's one thing you want to keep in mind when talking about entering the experts industry. So here's what we're going to cover today. We are going to quickly revise your action plan for this week. So I'd love to know if you guys managed to go through the first module and the training videos we've sent you. We're quickly going to revise the action plan at the end of that video. Then Justin is quickly going to take you through some top mindset shift you need to make in business. So we believe that sometimes business tools are not enough and you need to make those mindset shift before actually going into the strategies and tactics and all that. If you don't get your mindset right, nothing will actually work. And Justin is actually preparing a book on that, so you'll definitely get a lot of more insight into this mindset shifts. But today we're just going to get you a quick overview on what are few top four mindset shifts you will want to make. And of course, we're here for you for any questions you might have. We're going to take questions in the beginning of this call and also at the end of this call. So please get prepared. Sit on the edge of your seat, ready to ask any questions you might have related to this week's modules or any roadblocks or obstacles that you're experiencing right now. We're here for you and we want to help you. So just start typing in the question box any questions you might have in the meantime. Okay, so now, as you might remember, in our previous video for week 1, Foundations of Success, we've talked about the importance of creating a big vision for yourself and creating this big vision blueprint. Once you get clear on where you want to be, it will be way more achievable to get there. And what we've advised is to break down that vision into smaller, actionable goals, right? So writing your major definite aim and being clear on how much you earn is really, really vital. So your action plan for this week was to get in the right frame of mind. Okay, so imagine there are no obstacles, you have all the resources, all the capabilities in the world to do anything you want. And in that frame of mind, I want you to download the Big Vision Blueprint and post it on our group. So far, we've received, I think, one vision blueprint filled in and uploaded on the group. Is that right, Justin? From Mihai Simeoniga. Okay, so well done, Mihai, for doing that. The rest of you, we really look forward to seeing your big vision blueprints as well. And it's also a great way for the other members of the group to see what everyone is up to and to actually keep ourselves accountable. That's what it's all about. That's why we have this support group, so that you can all work together and you can all, as a team, support each other in achieving your goals. So that's one thing we'd like you to do this week. And then once you do that, your next step is just constantly remind yourself of your major definite aim. This is how many clients do you want to have. So you start from the end goal in mind. Okay, so how much do you want to earn this month? This means you have to have this many clients paying you this much per month. So that's your major definite aim. Constantly review it, look at it, visualize it, internalize it. Once you have clear focus on that, laser focused on your major definite aim, you'll be much more likely to achieve it. Then, of course, your unique lifestyle vision. How do you want your ideal life to look like? So we want you to set a business around your lifestyle and not the other way around, because otherwise you can fall into the trap of having a business that controls you rather than you controlling the business. And of course, your guiding star purpose. What's your bigger vision for your business? Where do you see your business in 100 years from now? What's the legacy that you want to live? Okay, and you think of this in terms of a movement, in terms of the difference you came here to make. You all have specialist knowledge, expertise, and you can influence and change people's lives, transform their lives for the better in one way or another. So I really hope this module gave you more clarity on that and how you actually need to think in terms of your business. Okay, so now we'd like to see if you have any questions at all. Let's see here. We are going to do a quick Q&A.
So how did everyone get on with the stuff this week? Okay, so if you haven't posted up your vision blueprint yet, can you let us know why you haven't done that yet and when you intend to? So put that into the box. We want everyone, we expect you guys to get this filled out and done, because it's important you actually do this stuff. Don't just read it and nod along. We need to get you guys interacting. So does anyone have any questions about this week's modules or anything they want to cover in more depth?
Yeah,
Now is a chance to ask.
Okay, so far we have the vision blueprint from Mihai. I would love to hear from Adela, Adrian, Razvan, Christina. I know you've sent yours via my email. You're free to upload it on the group as well for all the group members to see as well. So Adela, Adrian, Razvan, would love to hear where you are, whether you have any questions on the module so far, and when do you plan on uploading the worksheet? Okay. Gian says, filled in, not posted, will be done till the end of the day. Some new brilliant ideas came today. Lovely, awesome. We would love to hear those. By the way, Adrian, we really want to acknowledge you because he was the first one who let us know that he's already made his money back on the coaching program within 2 days of applying and implementing those tips from our seminar and Facebook workshop. So well done, Adrian, for taking massive action and already getting a couple of clients on board. So Mihai, do you have any questions related to part 2 of the first module? If you can be more specific, then we can know how we can help you relating to the part 2. Okay, so I see here you also wrote related to the part 2 of the model, how do you approach the potential joint venture partners? Okay, that's a really good question, Mihai, and we're definitely going to cover that in our lead generation module. So don't worry if you haven't covered everything in the first module. We don't want to overwhelm you with too much information. The reason we didn't do that is because we didn't get to that point where you can approach joint venture partners with what we call a lead magnet or something of value to actually give them. Okay, so it's a step-by-step approach, and what we've done in the first module, we just wanted to give you an overview of what will be possible and how your business funnel will actually work, how the process will actually work, to give you a general overview of the business for the first module.
So Mihai, are you ready to approach a potential joint venture partner right now, or why do you ask that question? Are you looking to do that right now?
In the meantime, Jalal is saying I'm going to upload the worksheet on Saturday. Okay, great to hear that. Christina said, going through the videos that you and Justin posted, my blueprint will suffer some changes. Okay, that's perfectly fine. Remember, guys, this is an ongoing process. As your belief expands, as you see what's possible for you, you'll be able to go back to your big vision and change things around. So it will definitely be an ongoing and flexible process. Mikai says, okay. So let us know if you have need specific help on something. If you urgently need to contact a JD partner, of course we'll share some ways to do that to get you some results, but for now we believe that the information for the first module is enough to get you started. Okay. Okay, so you're still defining your client avatar. That's what Mihai did. Perfect. Sure. Let's take it one step at a time and make sure the process works.
Okay, yeah. So we'll be covering the client avatar in a lot more depth in the next module on Monday. So you'll get a lot more information and you'll really get your avatar locked in and in much, much more depth than we even went into at the workshop. So that's coming up on Monday. So that'll be great for you guys. So before we go on to a couple of some of the bonus training for you guys, is there any other questions or what are you guys struggling with this week? If there's anything you want to help with right now, now is the perfect time to ask and get some personal help. So keep typing things in the box. If there's nothing coming up, we'll just go on to the bonus training. Okay, and if you get any other questions, guys, if you think of anything that we can help you with for the next few days to go and take action on, keep typing the questions in as we go along. And as Irina said, we'll do another Q&A at the end.
Yeah,
okay.
And remember, this is a very safe group to share information in. Everyone will keep everything confidential. You're all in the same boat. We're all sharing the same journey together. So please don't feel embarrassed, don't feel shy or uncomfortable to ask any questions related to any fears, struggles, frustrations, obstacles you're facing with, because in the end it's in your own advantage to make the most of your time here with us. Okay, so we just want to make this clear, non-judge anyone, and of course you're all on the same journey.
Okay, Razvan, so upload the blueprint form into the Facebook group. Just upload a file and we can take a look at it there for you. Okay, guys, so any more questions, keep putting them in the box. So right now, we're going to do some, we've got some bonus training for you. We're going to talk about 4 big kind of mindset shifts that you need to make in order to establish yourself as an expert authority. So for the time being, we're just going to start off with number 1. So this is about, first of all, being 100% yourself and having full self-expression. So this doesn't really sound at first like a big kind of business principle, but the further into business you go, and some of you guys who have more experience will be able to know what I'm talking about, you'll realize, the longer you go into this thing, the more you want to start making your business really an extension of your personality. And this is what we try to put into module 1 about having the part of you in the business and why it should really be a business that's what you stand for. And this is about, working with who you want in the business you want. So what will tend to happen, guys, if you have some problems in business, such as maybe you're not feeling that fulfilled in your business, you're not sure if it's the right business for you, maybe you're working with the wrong clients, you've got clients you don't really get along with, or you don't tend to have good chemistry with. Maybe you've started getting resentment towards your business. Maybe getting up in the morning is getting harder and harder to do. And maybe if you're lacking the same amount of passion you had at one point and don't put as much effort into the business, these are all symptoms, they're common problems, but they're symptoms of not being yourself in your business, or your business not really being based around who you are and what you really believe in. So I'd like to hear from you guys. Have any of you guys struggled with any of these symptoms in the past? Lack of fulfillment, the lack of passion. Maybe it was a business you thought would make you really happy, but it didn't. If you just put in the comment box if you've experienced any of these things and you know what we're talking about. So if you've experienced these things, it's usually a symptom. People think sometimes they think, well, if I had more money coming in or I got more clients or whatever it is, they think that would tend to solve this problem or these problems. But I can tell you from personal experience that you can do the right tactics and the right strategies and build a business really, like clockwork. But that feeling of lack of fulfillment can still stay with you no matter how far you go until you actually change the business or actually leave that business and do what you really want to do. So just remember, guys, the key thing to remember here, if you are having symptoms like these, it's not because of lack of money or lack of clients. It's because there's some part of the business you're not being totally yourself. And what happens then when you make this shift, here's what will happen. You'll start getting more fulfillment. When you start being who you are and you start communicating with your market and your clients in the way you want to communicate, that's when you'll start attracting the right clients and start building a business you love. So you can probably tell, guys, the way we are here on you with a Skype call, okay, or this coaching call, we're just being ourselves. We're just hanging out. We're in London this week. We just love helping you guys. It's us and it's us and it's you. Okay, we're being ourselves, very authentic. Whereas other people you might tend to see or other businesses, they sometimes try and put a persona on or try and be someone they're not, or try too hard to be super, super professional and all these kind of things. And it just takes away from who you are, really. So whenever you guys talk to your clients, when you write your adverts, when you make your websites, writing your email newsletters or whatever it is, write them as you, okay? Write the way you want to talk. If you want to swear, swear, okay? If you have tattoos on show, have tattoos on show, okay? Basically, it's while you want to be respectful of your clientele, but you've still got to be yourself as well. And as long as you're being yourself in the right way, and it's not just to cause offense or anything, you'll get people who connect with you a lot more, people who see more of themselves in you, and your business will just be happier. You'll be around people that just are more like you. The more we act as ourselves, the more you attract people who are more like you. So I hope that makes sense. Okay, that's the first mindset shift, and that's really the big one, being yourself. And if you try this as well, it'll stop you being you just won't be as boring. Most websites and emails you read, they're all robotic, generic. It's like they're all written by the same person. Okay, put your own personality into your business wherever you can. Okay, so feel free to leave your feedback as we go through this. Any questions? The next mindset shift. This is moving from a service provider to the expert consultant. And it doesn't matter what business you're in, you're an expert in something, okay? So as an expert, that means you have information and wisdom, and that means you can have a role as a consultant. So when you're a service provider, which all your competition are going to be like this, that usually leads to you kind of sucking up and kissing everybody's ass, while being an expert consultant gives you the authority. So the best example I like to use for this is to think like the doctor-patient relationship. So at the moment, let's take a common business. Okay, let's say you offer your expertise or a service on something. Okay, now at the moment the client comes in, they come into your office or your shop or whatever it is, and they'll start telling you what they want. I want this, I want that, I want 3 sessions a month, I want this done this way, I want this, whatever it is, okay? And at the moment, because we're used to being service providers, you tend to go along with that and think, well, the customer's always right and all that kind of thing. And you kind of bend backwards and the client is kind of in control. But if you think if you were the patient, think of a doctor's client, which we call a patient. The patient walks into the doctor's office and the patient does not start reeling off orders. It's the doctor who asks the questions. And if the patient comes in and says, I want this medication, and this surgery, the doctor is going to firstly look at the patient as if they had two heads and say, hang on a minute, I'm the authority, I'm the expert here. Let me ask you some questions and I'll recommend or I'll prescribe to you what you need because I'm the expert here. Okay? So you've got to kind of take the same approach in your business no matter what you do. And this is going to really turn things around. So, you're the consultant. If someone wants sessions off you, let's say you're a life coach of some sort, and what most life coaches do right now is we see them. First of all, the client dictates everything. The client says how many sessions a week they want or how many sessions a month they want, and all this kind of thing, where you need to take the doctor approach and you find out the problem the client needs to solve. And you're the expert, so you tell them how it's going to go. You tell them, okay, to solve this problem, we're going to need at least 2 sessions every week for the next 6 weeks. Okay? And that's kind of how this is the prescription you give them. And when you position it with that confidence, that expert authority, then the client is going to listen to you and do as you say and take your recommendation. Okay? So the symptoms, again, if right now it feels like your clients are controlling you and it feels like they're making all the demands and you're not getting paid what you're worth, or things just aren't going the way you think they should be, it's probably because you haven't got this mindset shift put down as of yet. So start thinking more like you're the doctor, okay, they're the patient, rather than them come to you. Another example is if a client calls you up on the phone, and you've probably heard something like, they'll call you up and say, oh, hi, I'm looking for more information on what you do and what are your prices. And the way we do that now in all our businesses, we just switch it around and we just say, okay, well, we need some information on you first of all. I have to say, I don't know what my price is because I don't know what you're looking for. I don't know if I can help you yet. I don't know if I have what you want. So you give me some information and then I'll give you a prescription at the end. And this works with anything. Okay, so when you make this shift, you become positioned as the expert. Okay, you get to tell them what the price is and tell them what they're going to go and buy. And you start doing business on your own terms. You have more self-expression and more fulfillment. And you get that more trust and authority straight away. I think we've had this, I think, Irina, you had something this morning. I think someone sent you a message on Facebook, I think. Do you want to tell the guys what happened this morning?
Oh yeah, exactly. It's the perfect example how most people try to make a decision based on price right away, and we usually think that those people who start asking about the price before asking about the value and what the program is about and what they're going to get, they're not good prospects anyway. Because if they're going to make their decision based on price, you don't really want them as clients. You want people who actually value your advice and expertise, and they don't decide based on on the cheapest option. Exactly, because that's not necessarily the best option for them. You might not be the cheapest option, but you might be the best one. Yeah, so that's what we recommend. And yeah. This morning someone asked us, okay, so what's the price of your coaching program, and how can we work together? I'm just looking to find out more information. How much do you charge? And we just say that it depends what you want to achieve. We don't know how much we charge. We do not give people prices just like that, because we first need to find out if we're a good fit together, if we would like to work together, and see if our program would be a good fit for you. And for that, we'd need to get on a Skype call or set up a meeting, see what are your problems, what are you dealing with, where you are, where you want to be, and see if we can help you. And if we consider that we can help you get from where you are to where you want to be, then we'll explore the possibility of working together.
Yeah, and don't worry about where the money comes up. Telling the client how much they're going to pay, because another great example is a car mechanic. So when your car breaks down, take it to a car mechanic, and try asking them, what's the price? They're going to say to you, we don't know yet. Give me the car, I'll look at it, and if I can fix it, I'll give you the price. And then they go and fix it, and they charge you a price, and that's what you pay. So there are industries who have this mindset shift really well. So if the mechanics can do it, if doctors can do it, then you guys can do it as well. So I hope that makes good sense for you guys to start positioning yourselves that way. If someone comes and asks the price, you tell them you don't know if you can help them, because honestly, you really don't know if you can help them. We don't know if this program is the best for someone or if they would work better with a one-to-one program. So you have to do what's right for the customer and ask them information before giving your information. So, mindset shift number 3, the cost versus investment. This is more of an overall business mindset. So basically, if you're staying stuck, you're staying small time, your business is where it is a year ago. If you think you're wasting more time and not really getting anywhere, if nothing's happening in your business, even though you're working hard, this tells us that you have a cost mindset rather than an investment mindset. It means you're not investing the right things into your business. So usually people are happy to invest time into their business. They'll spend all day, every day, hustling and working hard to make it happen. And to be fair, that's what you've been told by so many success books and guru books, that it's just work hard and hustle and then all your dreams will come true. And that's total rubbish, okay? It really is, okay? If you spend 16 hours a day doing all the wrong things, you will not be successful, okay? It's not to do with working hard. It's to do with working smart. And the smartest thing to do is to leverage yourself. So you can invest time if you want and not invest money into your business, or you can invest money into your business and not have to invest all that time. And the minute you start investing in yourself in terms of investing in advertising, investing in programs like this, like you've done already, in the next 8 weeks, you're going to learn more about growing your business in 8 weeks than you would get, I promise you, in a 3-year university course and a £50,000 university investment. You will get 10 or 20 or 30 times more value out of the next 8 weeks. You've invested in the right time, in the right thing, and therefore you're going to save months and probably years of struggles. Okay, so here's an example of where you've done that right, and you've making the right investments sends you, leapfrogs you to success a lot faster. Big success for you guys can happen quite quickly. Okay, we don't believe in this. It takes months and years and decades to become successful. You can do it very quickly when you do the right things and do them fast. So when you start investing in yourself, in advertising, in investing time in the right things, maybe invest in having an assistant to do some of the tasks that you could be better spent doing somewhere else, you're going to start seeing compound growth and faster growth. You're going to grow faster than ever and bigger. Your growth will multiply when you do this. I was stuck for a long time. I found in my fitness business a few years ago, I got stuck. I was training people all day, investing 9-10 hours a day into training people. So it was a successful business by most people's standards, but I was working 10 hours a day and couldn't actually grow the business anywhere else. I had nowhere to grow it to. And I was stuck at this level for about 6 to 12 months. And this was a point I realized, if I don't change something, how can I ever grow this business? I'm going to be doing this 10 hours a day until I'm 79 years old. So I need to change something. And that's when I kind of learned about investing in having some help in the business. And I found a partner and I trained him how to do the same, how to train the clients, how to do the marketing and all this stuff. And because of that investment of spending time with an assistant and having him come on board as a partner in the end, now he runs the business for us in Cyprus, and I'm able to come here to London and go to Romania, and I can just be wherever I want in the world, and that fitness business still grows without me. And that's another power of investing. If you don't do that, and it is scary, it's the scariest thing in business, investing in a new staff member or in advertising or or coaching program. But these are always, always, always the things that every success story has in common. Okay, so if you feel stuck, you're not getting anywhere, you need to think about where you need to invest next. And then finally, guys, the last mindset shift is knowing your own self-worth and to value your program or value your service. Know the value that it gives people from their perspective, not yours. So this is a big one, especially in the coaching industry. If you offer coaching services, so if you in your business have any fear about making sales, procrastination about getting yourself out there, you're discounting your prices, you just can't really ask for what you're worth. This is all about not knowing your own self-worth and devaluing yourself. So basically, again, I think Arena had another example of this on a call today. So
Yeah,
you should probably do this one. So
it was it was great. We've just like attracted all these people who had needed help from us. So basically, I was on a call today with a life coach, and she has this fear of not having enough certifications and enough training in order to charge for money for her services and charge what she's worth, and she's still afraid to charge higher prices. And what's more, this fear and procrastination and lack of action to go out there and get clients is costing her her dream career. So it's something she wants to do, she's passionate about doing, but she doesn't feel she's good enough in order to be strongly positioned as a good coach, as an expert on the market. And this example, I think, applies to any industry, not just coaching. In any industry where you give your expertise, people have this fear of not being good enough, of still needing one more diploma and one more training and one more thing until they can go there and take action. So uh, what she told me is like, oh, I still have this fear that I don't have enough certification. So I asked her, okay, so let's break this down. Do you feel that with your expert advice and help, can you help someone get to a result quicker and easier than they could get the result if they would do it by their own? So do you think that with your help they'd get there quicker and easier than by themselves? And she said, yes, of course. And I said, okay, so if you truly believe that you can help someone get a result easier and quicker than they could on their own, do you also feel that it's your responsibility to go there and offer your help to those people who need your solution? And just like, oh yeah, actually it is my responsibility. Wow, actually, change things around for me. I realize this is the mindset shift I need to make. So you all have valuable advice, valuable expertise to give to people, and it is your responsibility to go out there and give it to them. Otherwise, if you're not sharing your gifts, you're just being selfish. That's our message for today. And just believe in your own self-worth. If you can help others, just don't let your own fears and limitations stop you from delivering that value, because people need you, people need what you have to offer.
yeah, and totally, and and the good thing, another thing that comes into this is that we compare ourselves too much to other people or our what we perceive to be our competition in the marketplace. And the other thing is if you keep doing that, comparing to other people, that will also lower your own self-value. So the truth is, in your marketplace, there are going to be other people offering what you do that are better and more experienced than you, and there's going to be people that are less experienced and less effective than you. The point is, it doesn't matter. There's always someone better and always someone worse, no matter where you go to. So trying to just be the best or become the best in your mind before you start taking action is just totally ridiculous. I remember when we were doing the first Born to Succeed event, and a lot of people came to us and were kind of like in a big panic because they discovered that our event was set 1 week before Brian Tracy was coming to Romania. And they were saying, because we were charging 99 euros for the ticket to our event, and it was the same price as Brian Tracy. So a lot of the people were like really freaking out, saying, "Oh, how are you going to charge the same price as Brian Tracy? What will the world think?" And da da da. And I think I remember saying to someone like straight away, I said, I don't care what Brian Tracy charges. I'm not Brian Tracy. Like, I don't care what Brian. It's irrelevant what Brian Tracy charges. I'm not going to position myself lower, and we're not going to just charge less because Brian Tracy's there next week. Why should we? We believe in what we offer. And, at the end of the event, a lot of people who went to Brian Tracy even sent their feedback saying that our event they found it more effective and better than Brian Tracy's event. So the point is, we're helping people. Brian Tracy's helping people. Doesn't mean we're going to hold back or put our prices down or anything else like this. The fact is, we were making an offer to someone at that time. Brian Tracy wasn't. So, guys, whatever's going on in your field, I'm sure you haven't got a Brian Tracy of your marketplace competing with you. So, don't worry about it. If the best people in the world are coming and offering something, do not let that knock your prices down, okay? In fact, if you do that, that's when the clients will perceive that you're lower value. When you actually price the same as one of these guys, they're going to assume you must be just as good as them. Okay? So never be afraid to know the value and what you offer to people, and don't be afraid to, like I said, be yourself and charge what you want to charge. All right, guys. So that's all of those for today. So we're going to finish up with another Q&A, and here's your chance right now, guys. Talk to us on any aspects of the programs that we can help you with. Razvan, what if the clients ask for discounts? Ask them, why should they get one? Simple enough. Why? What if the client asks for a discount? So
usually when people ask for a discount, they haven't seen the value in what you're offering. Usually we never deal with this kind of problem because they know our word. This is our value, and price is nothing else but a perception of value. And if they haven't perceived that value, then they'll try to negotiate or try to think of a different price in their head.
Yeah, and that comes down. It all comes down to your expert positioning. Like it comes from an internal. There's no tactics for this. It's an internal mindset shift here. Like we're talking about, you've got to be. It's got to be you. You've got to have this expert authority, because if you walk into what's the supermarket you have in Romania? The big supermarket you go to.
Carrefour.
Carrefour, yeah. So if you walk into Carrefour, you take all your shopping up to the counter. They run it all through the counter, and it comes to €100. Do you ask them for a discount? Of course not. You would be it would be offensive to ask for a discount.
Or when you go to a doctor, you don't ask the doctor for a discount because they're the expert authority.
Exactly. So you even see the supermarket as they're the authority in this transaction, because this is what the price is. Where does negotiation come into it? So if you're asking for discounts, it's because you're not positioning yourself as an authority. You're probably giving them too many options to begin with, and they're thinking, well, I may as well ask for a discount as well. I answered this with a client of mine who's in the personal training industry just the other day. And someone went to him as a personal trainer and said, if I bring my husband and we train together, do we get a discount? And he came to me and said, Justin, if she brings a friend, she brings her partner, do they get a discount? And I have said to reply, well, you're working twice as hard for two people at once, so they should pay more, if anything. So basically, think of like the top brands in the world. Apple, for example. Like Apple never run discounts, ever. I don't know if you've noticed that, but Apple, when they sell the latest iPhones or iPads, they never ever run discounts, and they have no problems getting people to queue outside their shops to buy stuff. You don't have discounts. Basically, just take away from your expert positioning. There's a time and a place and a way to do discounts. It's in a way to benefit the customer or to do a special offer or something. But if someone just comes up and says, give me a discount or negotiate, you have to basically treat them the same way and say, well, you wouldn't go into their business and just ask them for a discount. So this is a negotiation type of country. Well, so is Cyprus, where I'm from. Yeah. The point is your business a negotiation type of business? This is where it comes back to being yourself and living your business with the rules you want to live by. My businesses in Cyprus are very different. We take payments on PayPal when it's a cash country. Okay, and our clients say, "Oh, we do well. It's more cash and bank transfers here." And I said, "Yeah, well, here in my studio, it's PayPal. If you don't like it, go to the next gym. You know, you've got to say flat out, this is how you do business. And as long as you're not making life too hard for them, or you have the right to do business that way, um, that's just all down to expert business. Remember the doctor-patient example again. If a doctor says to you, here's the medication you're going to take for that illness, you're not going to try and negotiate and say, well, you've given me this strawberry flavored medicine, but I'm more of a vanilla type of person. Can you give me some of those pills instead? The doctor will tell you to get out of his office. you know, so
Exactly. And Justin was able to charge prices 3 times higher than those of his competitors, 4 times higher even, because he was giving 4 times more value than anyone else in the area. So when you're charging higher prices, you're actually providing people more value, you're actually doing them a bigger favor, bigger service, because you're actually giving them better results and they'll appreciate you for that. So you can ask them if what do you want? Do you want the cheapest option or do you want the best option?
Yeah, you
It's
can't have
entirely
both.
up to you. And
If they say we want the cheapest option, direct them to your competitors and make them look even worse. You say we are the best, and we can't be the best and the cheapest. Which one do you want? This is expert. It's not the only way to do business, but to be expert authority, it is the way. So that's just how we teach.
okay, Christina is asking, when you're talking about prices, how should I ask a high price when I live in an area of the country where people don't have high incomes? Well, first thing I say, Christina, is look at you. You're here on this coaching program, and together with almost 10 other people, we've invested almost 1,000 euros in a coaching program because you believed it was valuable to you, right? You believe that you will make a return of that money back. And what is more, you perceived what will happen if you don't invest in it. You decided you cannot afford not to invest in yourself and your business.
Yeah, this goes back. If we go back a slide, this is exactly what I mentioned on here. So Christine, knowing your own self-worth and the value that your program gives people from their perspective, not yours. Now, if you feel your price is high, that's because you don't value your program as much because you haven't got the same need. It's like the same. I've had this conversation before. Like I wouldn't pay my own prices for my fitness studio. My partner could train me. I wouldn't pay my prices because I'm not. Our target avatar client. I'm not a busy mum who's looking desperately to get in shape for her bikini for the summer. So to me, my program to me has no value because I'm a 27-year-old guy who's in shape. But I'm not basing that. Basically, to me that would be a high price. But to my clients, they're more than happy to pay that amount of money because it has value to them. So price is always relative. It's always when it comes to someone's value. And I've met people. Another great example is I had a conversation actually with a couple of millionaires in California not long ago, and we were talking about this. And the one guy was saying to me, he was kind of saying about the other millionaire. He was saying, "Oh, that guy, he's so tight. He's so tight on money. I saw him driving around the car park to get into this hotel, and he didn't want to pay the price because it was $2 to park his car, to park his Rolls Royce. It was like $2, and the guy didn't want to pay it. Okay, but that same guy, because we were having this kind of friendly, funny debate, and that same guy, in response to that guy, said, "Yeah, okay, I didn't pay $2 for the car parks. I think it's a ripoff because there's free parking down the road, and why should we have to pay? We're guests of the hotel." He said, "But you know what? I spent." He said, "I spent $900 on a golf club last week, an actual physical golf stick, golf club. So what is valuable to one person, one millionaire would never spend $900 on a golf club, even though they easily could. And the other guy wouldn't spend $2 on a parking ticket. So the value is all down to the person's mind. If you're answering a strong emotional problem, and if you know what your program actually does for someone, So if it's solving a life issue, or like a personal issue, or growing their business, or whatever it is, how can you say that's a high price when really it's an investment? You should be looking at your programs and services as investments to your clients. So if they're going to pay you and they're going to solve a very, very important area of their life, that's an investment. It's not really a high price or a cost. And that goes back once more to the cost versus investment mindset, which goes not only for you, but also that you need to be teaching that to your clients. That it's an investment they're making, that their life's going to be much better off. They can keep their money, or they can get the benefit of changing their life.
Definitely. And don't worry about the pricing aspect. We're going to cover everything in the creation of our service signature program. We have a dedicated chapter to with pricing. I see that a lot of questions today are related to pricing, because we put a bit of emphasis on that throughout our mindset shifts. And we have another question from Rosvan. Hope this helped you, Christina, by the way. Rosvan asks, when are discounts appropriate? In what case could they benefit a business? Great question. We don't encourage experts to do discounts ever. I believe they would only benefit businesses that are commodities. When you have a product or service that's just like everyone else's, like when you go in a supermarket, all products are the same, and they try to compete on price and discounts and deals against each other, because they really have nothing of value. They don't know how to show their value anywhere else. But fortunately for experts, your service shouldn't be just another product on the shelf, right? So you should have no reason to give discounts to people.
Not on your main product anyway. There are places for us to have discounts. If you're launching an offer maybe, and you want to do a pre-launch to a few people to get the ball rolling, but there should be no discount when the client just tries to negotiate with you. There's no reason. So when we go into your signature program or signature service, that will be at a set price, and you don't want to deviate from that price. In fact, we'll be teaching you how to put your rates up and up and up every few months, and your prices should increase as you get more experience. So, but I said there are, discounts maybe going for maybe a new offer for current clients. If there's a new product you're going to launch to the market, some of your current clients might want that and get like an early bird offer. You can have early bird discounts to reward action takers. So it comes down to it really. A discount can be given as an incentive or a reward for something, not so the customer takes action and then gets the reward, rather than giving a discount first.
Yeah, and again, you can reframe it. You don't even have to call it a discount. It can be a scholarship, or you can be sponsoring someone, personally sponsoring 50% of the attendance fee for an event, or whatever it is that you're doing. So again, there are ways of reframing it, because a discount, the word discount itself tends to devalue any service.
Yeah, and a good way we usually put it is to, and a lot of expert providers do this, is the discount will be when you're about to raise the price on something, and the discount is the difference. What about the buy one get one free concept? If you're selling dishwasher tablets or boxes of cereal, again commodities. So again, if you're selling commodities, cheap things that have to compete on price because they're all so saturated, that's where these things come from. But you don't want to take your marketing advice from supermarket shelves.
Exactly.
Okay. Buy one. Do you ever go and buy a holiday and get one free, or buy a gym membership and get one free, or pay for heart surgery and get one free? These are not concepts in an expert authority industry. I'd love to go and buy an iPhone and get one free, but Apple didn't let me do that when I asked. And when I asked for a discount, they kind of got the security guard who escorted me out of the door. So this is the kind of positioning again. So a lot of these concepts, we see what you're saying, guys. No, we're not making fun. We understand where you're coming from. These concepts, though, a lot of what you've been talking about marketing comes from, actually, most marketing knowledge today taught in colleges and universities is taken from the industrial complex era of the 1950s, where marketing and mass production became quite big, and that kicked off entrepreneurship. But it was for big brand companies and the factory model. So a lot of things taken are from cheap, mass-produced items. You don't want to take marketing from that. Take your marketing advice from real experts. Look how doctors do things. Look at the top end of every industry. Look how Ferrari sell their products compared to how Kia sell their products. Look at how Range Rover can charge maybe 5 times more for an off-road vehicle, which is very similar to the new Kia model, which is like 5 times less. Same car basically, but the positioning makes it all different. Okay, we've got Mahai's asked, still regarding pricing, would you rather advise having clear fixed price set up individually personalized to the client than a fixed formula like I currently have? Again, we'll go into that into the structuring your service module. But overall, it's going to go, this is any different business to business. But again, what we're going to teach you guys is to think more about the result that you're going to offer the person. What is it that your customer actually wants? They don't want sessions. They don't want per hour. They don't want a job done. They want something completed and a result. So we're going to show you how to package your information, which is clear and shows them you're going to get this type of result when you work with us, and the price is going to be this much for this program. And then maybe you'll have a lower end program and a higher end program, because basically you're going to need to speak to every prospect, and some will be a good fit for your program, others won't. We spoke to some people who asked us about this very coaching program, and some people we're working with, this wasn't a good fit for them. They were maybe too advanced in business, and they had maybe 2 or 3 practices, and they need to go to the next level up. And we suggest to them they work with us one-to-one, so we can be a lot more individual and specific. Other people came to us and we said they weren't ready for this program because they weren't at a good enough level yet. They hadn't even got their business off the ground yet in some cases, or they had no idea what they wanted to do. And we told them that this product wasn't for them. Even though they wanted to give us the money, we had to be honest with ourselves and say, this is not the right thing for you. So yeah, it's going to be finding a couple of options that you offer and then putting the prospect, recommending them to the right course of action for them.
Definitely. And again, Mihai, you'll have a greater understanding of all this next week once we launch our avatar creation process, because for most of these questions your avatar will have all the answers. You will get to know your ideal customer inside out. You'll get to know them better than they know themselves, so then you will know what result they're looking for, and then you'll be able to clearly put a price tag on that result, on that value that they want. Okay, some great questions, really interesting questions we've had here tonight. Please let us know if there's anything left uncovered. If not, we're available on the group every day for you guys. So please, let's just keep it interactive. Let's just help each other. Post any questions, any thoughts, comments, observations you might have. Ask for our support, for the support of the group. We're all here for you, and we just want to remind you that you have not only us, but also a great support network around you of like-minded people who are all driven, ambitious, high achievers, and they want to grow the business and have the success they deserve. So everyone is just like you. We hope you enjoyed this coaching call. If there aren't any other questions, I think we'll wrap it up here, and we'll keep posted in the group. Next Monday, you'll receive module 2, which is creating your ideal avatar, which is one of my favorite modules of the program, and also one of the most important ones, because based on the ideal avatar, you will then create your signature program. You'll then create your pricing, your lead magnets. Everything will work from there. Okay. So thank you everyone for attending. If there aren't any other questions, I will speak to you next week. Have a lovely weekend, and please keep updating us on the group with any questions, and please post the vision blueprint in the documents area so we can all review it. Okay, thank you very much, and have a lovely evening. Greetings from London. Bye.